Didn't know that she was even a goat. Like I was even like I sat down now and bring goat, tie goat to this chair now. I started talking to this goat, talking to goat. It would have even been better for me. I didn't know that was the biggest mistake of my life. I didn't know that like if better say I even mode use block mode person and talk to that thing one mode. It was even better for me. Months later, my first daughter died, and this guess who came to the house? This woman. She just came to come and see to confirm for herself through whether the child died. Good afternoon, you're welcome back again to my channel, you guys, my darlings, my darling insiders. The people I'm so proud of. You people always make me feel so beautiful. You people always make me feel so I don't know how to explain it. You guys, thank you so much for everything. Thank you so much for always being here. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you so much for the comments, for the likes, for the subscriptions, everything. And you guys, I am so grateful. Thank you all so much. To my returning subscribers, or to the people who are just seeing this video for the first time, see my face for the first time, you guys are welcome. My name is Irene, and I am a divorced woman living in Enugu State with 2 children. And you guys, today has to be the part 2 of the other video. If you haven't watched that video, please go right now and go and watch the part 1 of the video. You understand? That way you would understand this part 2 better. But if don't worry, go and watch it, okay? So now, after my ex-husband and my mom had this big fight and they stopped talking to each other, and then this time around I was now forced to stop doing the networking. I was now forced. It was like I was under gunpoint. You see this networking, you see this business, no, don't do it again. You understand? Come even from my mom was like, don't do it again, don't do it again. You understand? You have to respect your husband. And then I stopped doing the networking. But inside me, I was burning. Inside me, I was going crazy because I had no money anymore. I couldn't even afford to enter Facebook. I couldn't even afford to buy data. And him, because he wanted to punish me very well, he reduced the allowance, claiming that things are hard now, blah, 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 blah. He, we are doing something, we are doing that one, I cannot be sending you that amount of money again. Nobody said the first amount where they sent me, it was even enough. But imagine when it is now reduced. Or maybe when they now send you small, now send you small again. You know? So it wasn't making any sense. And because those times, sometimes I used to augment with my own money, that way I will not really feel it. I could make my hair, at least still do my nails and still, come online. But this time I couldn't afford those things again. I didn't have any source of livelihood. And I was warned several, like, close the group, close everything. And because advice was just coming, calls were just coming left, front, and center from his side, from my own side, everybody, even friends and everybody, they were telling me, close the group, close the group, close the group, close the group. I had to close the group one. I had to, to today, if I don't even know where I think I logged out of that. I can't even remember how I was able to remove it. I deleted that account because you log in online to see your improvement and see what your qualifications, see all those things. If you're a networker, you know these things. So that was how I stopped that networking. All the people in the group, till today, there's this my course mate that even joined me in that group that time. Her name is Faith. I don't know if Faith Ejiofor. She used to be my friend. And then we are still friends now, but we are no longer as close as we used to be that before. So she was in that group too. So she, like, everybody went gaga. They were like, why will you leave the group? Why are you no longer in the group again? Why are you no longer in the group? Meanwhile, this group, there's this other program that we wanted to do. And then they needed microfinance, but I can't remember anymore. I cannot really remember anymore, but we contributed money, and that money amounted to 170, like 2 people contributed 70,000 naira, and it was 140. So, and because I was the leader, so it was me that they were sending those money to. So, at this point, I told the other 2 people to stop, like the other people not to contribute yet. So I was still holding the 140,000 naira. When I wanted to send these people their money, they were like, no, I didn't tell them what I was going through. They didn't know. So, but I still had their money. So when I wanted to refund them, like send them back their money, they were like, no, wait, so other people are going to be sending money so that we can do this thing. This thing is legit, just hold on to it yet, hold it. Even I said, let me send it back, please. They said, no, hold it yet. Because they knew, I'm the last person that you give money and then I'll spend it. To be honest, the person didn't know they enter my eye like that. You get? So, when they gave me that money, I told them I wanted to refund them, but they were like, no, hold it yet, hold it for now, hold it. They didn't know what I was battling with. So now, I left the group, closed down my multi-level marketing stuff online, and then it was just people who had my money would call me and say, why would you leave the group? Why would you leave the group? We're almost qualifying for this one, qualifying for that one. We need you, we need that one, we need you. Like, anybody that called me from the group, I blocked the person. Anybody that called me from the group, I blocked the person because it was affecting my mental health. I didn't know what I was doing. I was almost going crazy that time. I didn't know what to do. And then on top of that, he thought maybe I was still doing the networking thing. He now stopped completely sending me money. So when he stopped sending me money completely, I didn't have money. I had 2 children. That time I haven't even given birth to Mukama. It was just my first 2 daughters. I had children to take care of. Like, as punishment. So while we were going through this stuff, I had these people's money in my account. The first 2 persons that contributed, I had the money. So when I was like hassling all this, and I was going crazy, I didn't know what to do. I was looking for where to seek advice because I couldn't seek from my mom again because already you guys saw what happened if you watch my part 1. So at this time, and I remember that he had this big sister that he respects a lot, and this woman is a big woman in the government. This woman works for the government in Abia State, and this woman, she seems like a nice person because she has visited us in my house and we rapport. She's just a very lively woman, you understand? So I said, hey, that this woman now will be a very good person to talk to him. You understand? This woman now will be a very good person to talk to him. Now, this woman, like I told you, is a very big woman. She's under this building. Like in her office, you come and take permission. I be taking it from her. If you want to build house, if you want to buy land, you know those people that if you see that they are building house and you see stop work and they do council. You understand? You go to her office to get, I don't know, like you understand now, to get a permission to be able to build those things, which cost money, of course. So she's a big woman in the government and she's worked for many years. So in my mind, and this woman happens to be his sister, not like biological mother, father, but they are related. I can't really tell at this point again how they are related, but they are from the same place. They are related. Anytime he comes home, he always goes to her house to go, give her wine, visit her and stuff. So in my mind, I was like, wow, this woman is a very good person that could talk to him now. This woman can talk sense into him to allow me to work, to allow me to do business, to allow me to do something. You understand? So I said, I'll go and meet this woman. So, and I told my mom that she should please escort me to go and see this woman. So that her, as a matured woman, both of them are matured women, and this woman too has 2 grown daughters. They were in the university at this time, even though me, I was already married with 2 children. I'm older than them, a little older than them, not much. They should start, at their age, they've already gotten married, safe. You understand? So, any moment now, they should start getting married. So I believed, and she has trained these children in the university. They're in the university. She's the one almost paying because her husband, not to disrespect him, her husband doesn't seem like he has really serious something going on. You understand? So I feel like the wife is the most serious breadwinner. She has 2 daughters who she's training in the university, and no parent will want to train their children finish so that the children will now grow up and then not work or not make money. You understand? So I in my head, I was just like, this woman would just be, she's in the best position to talk to my ex-husband now. So I told my mom, please, since you're a mother, she's a mother of grown children, come and escort me. Let me go and meet this woman. You understand? And tell her things I am going through financially. After all, she's his sister. You understand? So that way, she could advise me. Whatever she tells me, you understand, I'll take. And then she'll be in a very good position to advise my ex-husband. So that was how we went that day. So I told her, like, I didn't even tell her everything. I only told her that my ex-husband has refused to let me work. He doesn't want me to work or do business. That please, that she should help me, talk to him since he listens to her. You understand? So that he can let me at least work. So my mom, chipped in and said, yes, my in-law, please help me talk to, your brother so that he can actually let my daughter work and be making money. We trained her in the school, even though she did not finish before she got married. But when she started making small money, she can be able to take care of herself. At least me, presently, I'm still young, I'm working hard, I can take care of myself. I don't even need her help. I have a husband that is working hard too. So it's not even for us. You understand? It's for her. My daughter is so unhappy because she cannot do anything. So please, she said, okay, no problem, that she will talk to my ex-husband. I didn't know that was the biggest mistake of my life. I didn't know that, like, if better say I even use block mode person and talk to that thing while mode. If it even better for me pass. I didn't know that would be the worst mistake ever. Now, to my surprise, my ex-husband came back and he said, oh, so it has reached you that you're not going to be reporting me to my families. You're not going to be reporting me to my families. You're not going to be telling them things that are not true. I say, how? Who gave you the audacity, the impetus to go and talk to my sister about business? I told you that I do not want you to do anything until I decide what to start for you, until you do it. That's the one you do. I do not want to see you online. I do not want to see you this one. So, after everything, I realized that his sister has spoken to him. And from the way look of things, what she said is not what I said. This woman now went and told my ex-husband that I said that I am suffering, that he's suffering me, that he cannot provide for me, he does not do this one, he does not take care of me, and like started adding pepper and salt. Normally he's not doing those things, but that was not what I told her. You understand? Even if I told her, maybe because I am heartbroken and I was pouring my feelings to her, thinking that, oh, mad or that she's somebody, I didn't know that she's even a goat. Like I was even, like I sat down now and bring goat, tie goat to this chair now, and started talking to this goat, talking to goat, it would have even been better for me. This woman went and said so many things, and said things that my mother did not even say. And said that my mother said that he's not even taking care of her, not doing this or not. Oh God, I can't even say the things that she said. Omo, I vex. I said, Guinea. I said, Guinea. And I went to this woman's house. I went the first day, she was not around. I went the second day, she's not back from her work. I went the third day, and I found her. And she saw me. If you see her face, that was how I even know that. And I went on her cracker. That was how I knew that this woman don't do past waiting they ask her to do. It just feels like when you don't know this person is your enemy, and you just go and tell this enemy your heart, and this enemy now use it there to. So she said, hey, I heard that you came the other day to come and look for me. Is everything all right? Normally that's not how she used to welcome me. So I said everything is fine. She said, okay, I'm coming. This woman went inside and took hours to come out. This time I went alone. I did not go with my mom. So, and now when she finally came out, I told her, but mommy, because I used to call her mommy. I told her mommy because she's almost my mother's age. You get, even though I'm older than her children, but I don't senior them too much. I called her mommy, and she just looked at me. She did not answer. I said, why will you do this thing to me? Like I called you to help me solve my problem, but instead you added pepper and salt. Like you added salt to the injury. Why would you do that thing? That see that my husband has even said that I'm very stubborn, that I should not even come to her house to come and insult her. I said, I did not insult you. I did not insult you. I'm only asking you, why would you do this to me? I really saw you. I took you as my mother. I took you because we lived very close. Look at her own street. You walk straight and then get our own street where I was living then. I said, I did not insult you. That I came to find out why you would add pepper. I came to you because I feel like you're the best candidate to solve this problem. Because you're a woman who is working. How can you? You're working in government. Your own husband allowed you to work in a government, in a government setting. You've worked for years. You're making money. You're building houses. You're doing so much. You're achieving a lot. Then this time you will not support another person not to work because he's your brother. Why will you do this kind of thing to me? She said, that you should listen to your husband. If your husband said don't do it, don't do it. If your husband said don't do it, I said, is that what you're doing? Because I'm not your child, I'm not your daughter. That is what you have to say. Okay, no problem. Shebi, you have daughters. No problem. You have daughters and you're training them in the university, Abi. No problem. You see that thing that you're using to measure my own? That is what they're going to even to use and measure your own times 20. Your own children, you will suffer finish and train them in the university, finish, and they will finish and they will get married and their husband will subdue them. They cannot even buy you pure water like this and give you. Even as I'm saying it in this video, I still maintain it. They will not even give you pure until you come and apologize to me. They will not give you even pure water to drink because that is the measure you have measured for me. Instead of you to solve the problem, you're even scattering everything. Thank you very much. This woman, I said, oh, you're insulting me. Why will my children's husband tell them not to work? I said, oh. Your own children's husband will not tell them not to work, Abi. But it's okay for your own brother to tell me not to work. It is okay for your own brother to stop the one I was even doing, even before I met him. It's okay for him to stop it, Abi. But your own, you reap is a lie. You will never reap it. Your own children, they will marry you. They will have children, no? But you see business, you see work, the husband will not let them do it. Your husband will stop because I cannot even cost you that cost because you already worked for how many years? If you stop now, what is there? But your children will receive the punishment for this judging that you've judged for me. After the verbal fight, to be honest, I tried so hard not to insult her. I did not insult her. I only stated the facts. You understand? So if she goes anywhere to go and tell them what I said, they're going to say, okay, since that is what you said. If she said no, they'll say, okay, it will not work now. If she say yes, they say, okay, it will work. So that is where I leave it. You understand? So I went back home. When I went back home, she has already called my ex-husband to tell him what has happened. So I got home and my ex-husband was like, how How dare you? Like, oh God, I was receiving it hot from everywhere. Nowhere to find peace. Nowhere to find, peace. If I'm going like this, it's coming, I'm getting it hot. I'm going like this, I'm getting it hot. He was shouting at me, screaming, okay, then I think you have the guts. Ooh, shall we see your life? Now you went to go and report me. Ooh, look at your life. Now this person that is saying I went to report you always reports me everywhere. Reports me to my mom, my dad, my family, you understand? And none of them treats him the way any of his family treated me. So, that is it. That was how I lost my financial freedom. That was how I was robbed financially. I didn't have 100 naira to my name. I didn't have 50 kobo to my name. Nothing. I couldn't afford anything until he drops him. And that was how that is because of the punishment of this thing. I spent the 140,000 naira this person gave because my daughter, my first daughter, fell sick and I took her to the hospital. This same thing now that is doing, maybe today start. I took her to the hospital and then, you start making payments. So I used the money from there to start making payments. That would have been the first time my daughter died because that time we were admitted in the hospital. It would have been that time safe that she died. But I'm happy that I had that 140,000 naira because it was from there that I started making like payments. I went to different hospitals. That'll be a story for another day, Sha. So from that money, that was the money I spent in order to revive my child, which they eventually finally took away from me later on, Sha. So I spent the money. Now the owners of this money kept calling me, where is the money? Give since you are not doing it again. Give us back our money. I kept telling them, don't worry, calm down. I'm going to give you the money. Calm down, please. And I'm to be honest, I'm grateful that they gave me patience. Like they were so patient with me that it took years for me to pay that money. It took years. I first paid 70,000 naira. Then it remained 70,000 naira. And that one, she will stay sometimes 3 months before she will now come and say, where is my money? And and I told her, let me be paying you bit by bit. So if I get 5,000, I'll send her. If I get 20,000, I'll send her. If I get that until I finish. And to be honest, I finished paying that money after my divorce. That was when I was able to pay the money. All through the time I was married, I couldn't pay the money. So now my point is, if you're a woman or a man sitting on this table, please stop it. To be honest, I don't understand. I don't see why you should ruin people's lives. I don't see why you should see the truth and then you bent it bad. Just because that person is your relative. Just because that person is your brother or your sister or your child or your son. Imagine that woman doing this thing to me. To be honest, I don't care about her, whether she's suffering it or not suffering it. I don't care. I've not noticed because I'm doing way better now. You understand? But you see that thing that I said, it must happen. I still say it. Because that woman, okay, after that thing happened, I stopped talking to her. She stopped talking to me. We just, ignored each other. And then, few months later, my first daughter died. And guess who came to the house? This woman. She came. She did not tell me sorry. She did not like, hey, what is this thing that I'm hearing? No. She came with her shoulder high. She came with her shoulder high, smiling, because a lot of people came that day to the house. After my child died in the hospital, we brought her home. His family members came because he was not even around. His family members came. Everybody came to the house. So I don't know who called the woman because definitely not me. It could be himself that even called his sister to come. So she came. She came like this, like somebody that something is smelling. She that's perceiving some bad smell or something. She just came, and then was like looked at my child because we laid her in the parlor. So she just looked at my child like this. She didn't even go close to her. She was just looking at her like this. And then she just looked at me, She didn't come close to me. She did not come close to me. She did not say, hey, I'm really sorry. Sorry for this kind of thing. No. She just came to come and see, to confirm for herself through whether the child died. And then she confirmed it. And then when they were saying, let them take the child to the cemetery to go and bury her, I wanted to go. They refused me from going. They said, no, don't go. This woman carried it on her head. No, why is she going? She said, stay here, so that people will be coming to visit you. So people so that you can be welcoming visitors. Are we home, Amen? Is it a good thing that happened? We received which visitor? They didn't let me go. Today, I don't know where they buried my child. So which was why immediately everybody left. I locked my door and I went to my sister's house, and I never returned to my house again until the day I came to pack my belongings and move into a different house and all that. So please, And if you're a young person, newly married, or a young person, or anybody, please, you see, if you're looking for advice, you better go on Google. It's even better. Go on Google and search for people that have had similar cases and see how they handle it. Don't ever go and meet any of his family members to go and ask for any advice or to ask for help or anything, because those people are wicked and cruel. There are just few people who are good people, to be honest. There are just few people who are good people. The rest will add sand to your garden. The rest are just going to spoil the whole thing. Like, make sure they destroy it. Yeah, these same people want the best for themselves, so they want the best for their own children, but they will destroy your own. So not even go looking for any advice or help or anything. Solve your problem yourself. If you cannot solve it, leave it. And then for those people, all those in-laws, you're an in-law and you know you're a bad in-law, respect yourself. Respect yourself, because you see that thing that cup you're using to measure for other people, that is what they're going to use to measure for you. If not you, your children, last your generation will suffer for it. So guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, bye.